King's has finally saved Wizard101. No, I'm just kidding, guys. What's going on, though? Welcome to another video on the channel, and in today's video, we have a lot of news to cover, actually. So, King's has actually dropped a patch, which basically changed a couple of spells for PvP in, raids and advanced combat as well, along with the Nightmare Standard mode. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is something I haven't really talked about on the channel, and that's the fact that the Avalon bug is actually now fixed. Now, in case you guys don't know, players who were questing an Avalon actually could not get past the Crystal Cave, I believe it was. Now, this was because somebody who was working on the game, a dev, placed like a raid flag, to my understanding, which marked the entire zone as like a raid. Now, if you don't know what a raid is, it's basically like advanced content. It has like a whole different rule set. But anyways, they fixed the bug, so Crystal Caves should be working as intended, and you should be able to progress the mainline story. There's been a lot of controversy around this, and I never really got the chance to make a video on it. I took the day off yesterday, just as a little, mental break, and yeah, I think there should be compensation for this because it was gone like for a week or a week and a half, right? They didn't hotfix the game to fix this issue. And the thing is, right, you might think of a casual player who plays like once every weekend or something, right? Let's say Timmy gets on. Okay, I literally cannot quest past Avalon. Timmy gets on next weekend. Okay, I still can't quest. Why am I paying for this product subscription model membership thing in 2024? It literally doesn't work, So I do think there should be compensation, in my opinion, for this event. Because again, at the end of the day, man, right? You are paying a membership. It's not your fault that the game literally isn't working and you cannot progress, right? The membership model in 2024 in general, I feel like is kind of flawed. Most games are free to play or have like a big like $80 price tag nowadays. But Wiz is one of the few games that actually have that membership subscription model. So I think it's very important when things like this happen, the players should be compensated. But yeah, man, if you were stuck there, it should be working now. You should be able to progress and keep going with the game. Next thing I want to talk about is going to be the actual PvP spell changes. Now, there wasn't really a lot in this patch. The most notable one is Troll actually got PvP banned. Now, in case you guys don't know, I made a video about the exploits, I think, last week with Fireshark, Gravestorm, and Troll. So they actually fixed the Fireshark pet and the Gravestorm Spellment exploit as well, which is pretty cool. That will not be in PvP anymore. If you were stopping PvP because of those bugs, they're now fixed, so you can keep doing it if you want. I wouldn't recommend getting into PvP because the meta is pretty much unplayable. Even with those bugs fixed, it's still a horrible meta at max level. Only 3 out of 7 schools are playable at that league. So again, wouldn't recommend it if you are wanting to try it right now. So yeah, I do think it's cool that they fixed a couple of the literal game-breaking bugs. And the one with Troll, which again, kind of was an exploit, they just banned it from PvP until they can figure out how to fix it, which I think is a good thing because obviously, right, it was an exploit. And in general, I think this card, like at face value, is kind of OP and broken in general. So I'm kind of nice to see that be gone. Even though I don't PvP, I think it's, should be reevaluated and the bug should be fixed. Next up, I want to talk about Colossus. Now, this spell actually got a nerf. This card has been getting nerfed and buffed like numerous times, I've noticed, actually. So, in case you guys don't know, Ice has been in the gutter for a little while now. Storm and Ice have been like bottom of the barrel for probably like, I want to say close to a year now. It used to be 50 traps, and now it actually got nerfed down to 35. So it went from 65 to 35 to 50, now back to 35, this card, okay? And that's not even counting the old Colossus conditional. This is a whole new one. To compensate, they did give it like a 10 or 20 damage buff, like actual raw damage on the bottom path, which I think is, something cool. There's not really a reason to use top path Colossus over bottom path anymore, in my opinion. But yeah, I would say this is like a net nerf to Ice and Colossus, unfortunately. I'm not really sure what, drove them to actually do this change, but, it is just news I'm going to report on in this video. I don't think Storm or Ice should be getting any nerfs in general right now in the game. I will say that I think, you know, this should be low on the King's Isle priority list, and I'll be making a video on that probably in the future here as well. Just in general, the timing King's Isle makes changes and the stuff they prioritize in terms of PvP doesn't seem to be the best, and I would like to see that changed in the future. Well, yeah, that's pretty much everything for the update. You know, it's just a small little patch, just literally fixing the game. Again, it's been like a week and a half, I think, where it's been like literally unplayable. Like the game, in terms of questing and also like PvP, we're already in like one of the worst metas, if not the second worst meta of all time at the max level league. Then they threw in like Fire Shark, Troll, and Gravestorm to make it literally unplayable as well. So it's kind of funny, you know. And I saw like a lot of screenshots and like videos of like literally like only one person queuing or the exploiters queuing, and I'm really curious to see if those players are going to have sanctions on their account for blatantly cheating and exploiting in PvP. Obviously, they do it on KI's server. They can just check the logs, check the match, and obviously see if somebody's intentionally doing the Fire Shark or Gravestorm exploit thing, you know? And I don't think I talked about this much in my video, but I genuinely think the people that did it to sabotage the game should either have a suspension from PvP, or at the very least they should have their rank reset, right? There's no reason you should blatantly be exploiting in the game and then just get away with it. You know, I think that sends a very clear message to the player base that it's okay to exploit and cheat in PvP, and we already have a big problem with that at higher ranks with boosting, sniping, and etc. So I'd really like to see King's Isle take action on this. Again, you know, I know there's some people who might just went into PvP, or Gravestorm is their favorite card and they used it and they're like, oh well, maybe it got buffed or something, you know. But when a spell is hitting 5 times and doesn't say that on the card, like Fire Shark, after that happens once, you should probably be like, okay, this is like a little weird, you know what I mean? So I think the people that keep on doing it after that first match should probably have a sanction on their account, in my opinion. If somebody just did it once, I feel like you can't really prove that, like, oh, like, okay, it just happened once, like, they weren't intentionally trying to sabotage the game or whatever, right? Because there's a difference between just stumbling across something or, like, testing it out once and intentionally doing it over and over to the point where it's literally breaking the game for like 99% of the other player base in the queue. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this whole update and patch in the comments below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? And again, like I said, I'll be making a video talking about KI and their whole priorities list for PvP in the future here. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to leave a sub and a like. Thank you for watching this far, and as always, take care, y'all.